Yo, yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Open a Mind. We're sitting on episode 4 here today with y'all. I just want to appreciate everybody for tapping in. I'm your host, Jalen. If y'all familiar with me, then you already know my guy with me, sitting to the left, right, whatever you're seeing on your computer screen right now or phone screen. My guy, Q. How you feeling today, bro?
Cool, bro. Like you just said, shout out to everybody that's been rocking with us. I'm not gonna lie, Open a Mind, that's one of them pages that we got that's been booming. I'm not gonna lie. Give y'all a little preview. I probably didn't even say this to Jay yet. Might be doubling down on Open a Mind and kind of taking a break on a calm drive. Open a Mind is just it's just booming overall. Overall it's booming. I feel like everything that we've been doing as far as the reels and shorts, they've been going crazy.
Yeah,
Reaching a lot of
yeah.
stuff, and then just the overall message that we put out. Shout out to all the guests we had. Shout out to the last episode we had my guy Howard on here. His shit went crazy.
Yeah.
His shit still getting numbers, still getting views and stuff like that. But we
Like
got somebody
sprinkles.
facts. But we also got somebody else here joining us today, so I'm happy to get excited and get right into it, bro.
Yes, just like how you mentioned. Again, appreciate the love and support that everybody's been showing. Definitely been going crazy. Just been getting a lot of great feedback from everybody. So just so everybody that's tapping along with the journey, we definitely appreciate that love. But just like this episode, you see another third camera. This person right here, another one of the guys that's been showing love and support ever since we started this whole thing. My boy, my friend, LJ. How you doing today, brother?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Before I even say anything else, I just want to say I appreciate y'all. I love what y'all got going on. I told y'all this since like day one that I wanted to be a part of it. I loved everything about, who you guys are as men, and then just who you guys are just as far as creators of the pod. When it goes to even sports or another avenue about life, like both avenues, I respect what y'all doing. I follow both the pages, so it's nothing but love. But I appreciate y'all taking the time and having me on here because that mean a lot, bro. Appreciate that.
Definitely, definitely. I mean, even just like a little backstory, real quick. It's just like off the rip, like he kind of came to me about it, and it was just like, yo, like what's up with that? What's going on? What's this about? Broke it down to him, and ever since then, he was just like, yo, like when you gonna get me on the pod? I need to get on the pod, like. So definitely, it's a full circle moment right here today to just have you on here. But even for us that kind of know you, just outside of this, but for the people that's watching, for the ones that may be tapping in with you just because they see your face, or for the ones that just don't know you at all, like what's a little bit of just like your backstory, who you are, and even like what brought you here to want to be on Open Mind with us today.
So like a little bit about me. I grew up I was born in New York. Uh,
All right.
yeah, I
Yeah,
was in New York. Lived
Yeah.
out there till I was 8. And then my pops passed. So once he passed, he kind of wanted us to be in Delaware. Like he told my mom, my brothers, yo, I don't even want y'all out here. Like I want y'all in Delaware. Like Delaware is more cool, it's more safe. And then so we moved to Delaware, and then we first moved to Delaware, we moved in Wilmington. So it was like not that big of a gap. And it's like so we in the trenches out there in a rough neighborhood, like just poverty, but the basic synopsis of every of most black young men growing up in America, bro. So grew up out there. My mom and my two brothers. Um, and then after that, we noticed that was bad, so we moved to Newark with my grandma, and we hung out here with her. And then ever since, I just been here. Family, like I had the single mom household, single parent household,
mm,
brothers, all men. Like I didn't have no sisters or nothing. I got another brother by my pops. But he stayed in New York. But I got another brother by my mom, and then another brother that we adopted when he was like real young.
right,
He's currently doing a sentence right now. So he'll be home in I think next year. And that was like my best friend, bro. Like my oldest brother is like my best friend. Like it's like we do everything together. Like he taught me so much. Like he taught me everything. Like I used to be a bad kid, like trying to just playing around at the park. Like they playing at the park. I'm trying to play. They're not letting me play. I'm going to the middle of the court sitting there with an attitude, just sitting there. Like not gonna let me play, bro. Like, it's like, yo, get the little brother, man. He tripping. So yeah, man, there's just that, and then so out of all my family, I'm the only one to go to college, graduate high school, go to college. Neither of my parents graduated high school. My mom got pregnant when she was young, and then my pops was like always, into the streets. So I'm literally the only one to actually navigate the right way. And I take like I wear that on my shoulder, bro, because that's like really something big that I know my pops wanted me to do. Because a lot of people, bro, when they go through like trauma, they kind of go in a negative way and blame what happened, like for the reason that they do what they do. Like that should be a reason and motivation for you to do the right thing. Like I could have easily fell victim. I had my moments, but I could have easily fell victim, like to the streets in the most in a worse way, and said, "I ain't had no pops, man. I ain't have nothing, man. I came from nothing." Like I don't gotta do that, bro. Like
Yeah,
this is the right, like doing the right thing is like that's more honorable, bro.
yeah,
Like if I graduated, I got a degree.
Yeah.
Like I graduated with a 3.7 GPA. I played sports my whole career. Like I had a good career. Like everything went the way that it should have went. So I did the right thing, bro. And I know that's making my pops proud more than anything.
Mm.
That's the biggest thing. That's kind of like a backstory, and then just a little bit more. Um, Middle school, I went to Kirk. Went to Kirk Middle School. I don't know if y'all familiar with that, but I went to Kirk and I went to Glass. I went to Christiana first, and then I went to Glasgow. So Christiana, I don't know if y'all both from Delaware.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, what high school y'all went to?
I went to Middletown, so
Middleton?
I'm not familiar with all the schools
Yeah.
over there.
What
yeah.
about you?
I went to Delcal, so both your schools peep gang.
Okay, okay. Yeah, so I was at Christiana, which is if y'all know anything about the public school system, that's the worst district
Word.
that there is, bro. It's like really nutty in there, bro.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah,
it's super nutty in there, but I found a way to I was like a class clown, like a kid that always got a phone call from my mom. Yo, like they call home again, like, yo, come on. Like I used to get whooped every time, bro, when I used to get called. So after that, I went to Glasgow, just because I wanted to be like in a different like basketball environment. I feel like Christiana were just yo, here's basketball, just go play, like whatever. They didn't really care about the athletics. I feel like Glasgow had like a little bit more care as far as athletics, and I cared about that the most at the time. Like I wasn't really tripping about academics because it was like "Nah, we're not going nowhere else, dude. Like just my mom, like yo, you going to Christiana school district, so you better pick. So I ended up going to Glasgow for my senior year, had a good experience. Played well there. Went to the second round. Almost went to the Bob. Had a good experience. Didn't really get recruited out of high school, but I was a big name in like Delaware high school basketball. Like I had like a good name, but
Right.
I didn't. I didn't have like the game to get to Division 3, Division 2, Division 1 level. I didn't have it. I thought I did, but looking back, like I didn't have it. So I ended up going to a JUCO. Didn't play my first year. It was bad. I was just like, dang, I'm not playing. I'm 17. I'm on a team with 23-year-olds, bro, like real men.
Yeah,
So I
right.
didn't get no opportunity there. I ended up transferring to another JUCO. Had to sit for a year because of credits. So I had to sit that year, going through adversity then with my career. Because at that time in my life, bro, like my identity was like strictly basketball. Like nothing else meant anything to me but playing basketball. So after that,
perfect.
I ended up transferring. I ended up sitting that year, and then I ended up playing the next year, which was COVID year. So we only had like 13 games, but I ended up going crazy in those 13 games, and then I had like Division 1s calling. I had about 16 Division 2s. Like, yo, here's a scholarship. Like, you're good to come here whenever you want. Schools was coming to the crib. It was good, bro. Like I had like
Right.
I got a call from Binghamton, which is a D1 in New York. Um, I had a school in Colorado. I had another school in Oregon that was calling. Um, so I had those little schools just hit me up, and it was tough, bro. But I ended up not being able to go to Binghamton. It was between me and like another point guard, and the point guard came from St. John. So it was like,
Oh yeah,
yo, like
that's a
if
tough
he
one.
don't, if he don't come, like we got you. But like if he
Yeah,
commit, because I already
Yeah.
offered him first, not because he better, but because he's at a higher level,
yeah,
and because we
yeah,
already offer him first. So like
yeah,
we're not gonna,
yeah.
like so if he backs out, then we got you. But he ended up committing. So I was blessed to just have the opportunity for them to even be talking to me. Like that was tough to
That's
me.
dope.
So I ended up going to Notre Dame, Ohio, which is a D2 in Cleveland. So I was in Cleveland for like 4 to 5 months. I didn't really like my experience out there with the coaches and everything, how they like orchestrated everything around the program. So I left. I got in the portal, and then Wilmington U called me. Like I was just like, I come home, like I'm home. I get to play at the crib at the same level. Um, so came back to the crib. I had to sit for a year because I had my grades, so I had to sit for a year. Got my grades right, and then I ended up playing the next year, having a really good year. And then I was going to sign a contract to go to France. But I had family issues at the crib. I had some family personal situations at the crib to where I couldn't. So I had that happen, and then I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna just chill then. So I ended up chilling, and then got this opportunity to play in like the TBL, which is another professional league, but it's like being overseas but just here. So like
Yeah.
imagine like if I were to go overseas, I would be on a team like I'm playing on right now, but just over there. That's
Right.
literally the same. Literally the same thing. Like
Yeah.
I would get the same amount of money. I would get everything would be the same for that. So I was like, if I can be at the crib, I can work and still manage to hoop and coach. That was cool for me. So
Yeah.
and then so after this past year, after I graduated, um I ended up asking my coach, like, "Yo, coach, would you let me coach with you? Cause like, I don't know if I'm hooping no more. So can I coach with you?" He was like, "Yeah, of course. Like, you've been a great dude ever since the day I met you. Last like, couple years you've been in the program. Like, of course you can coach." So I came on, I coached, and that was a big experience for me. So like, Wilmington U like means like the most to me because I was a player there, I was a coach there, I was a guy who had to sit out and watch everybody else play and just be
Mhm.
a student. A lot of different events in my life happened while I was there, and I feel like it shaped me to who I am right now. So I think WUMU had like a really big impact on my life. So I love that school, man. And then so right now here we are. It's like I work at at a good job. Um, I'm stable. I got my crib in my own crib right now. I'm chilling. Got a car. Like I'm good, bro. I'm blessed. I can't really complain about a lot. Like it's
Right.
easy. It's easy to look at like really like minuscule things and not really understand like why this is happening. Why this is happening. When you just look at it from a gratitude perspective, like everything kind of like works itself out. Like when you focus on what I do have and what I don't. When you focus on what you do have, everything. Life is cool, bro. Life is positive. Everything has to be positive because like, dang, I got a crib. I got a car. Like I'm healthy. My
Yeah.
family's healthy. Like I'm good. I'm not broke. Like I'm not rich, but I'm not broke. I'm good. I'm stable.
Hmm.
I can go get whatever I want to eat. I can jump in my bed and get some comfortable sleep. I'm cool. The heat's on. The lights is on. Like take a hot shower right now. I'm good. Like it's nothing really to really think about. Life has its ups and downs, bro. Adversity is a part of it. But when you look at everything from a positive standpoint, everything just starts to make sense.
No,
Yeah,
absolutely.
that's a lot. That's a little bit about me, though, fellas. If y'all ain't know, I know y'all didn't really know a lot, but that's really the basis of my life.
Nah, bro, I love that, and I appreciate you even just like taking the time to share bits and pieces of just the journey and just where we are here right now currently. I don't know if you want to start off just because there's a lot of
Yeah, bro.
layers
Yeah,
that we
Yeah,
yeah,
can
it was a lot of
unpack.
that was a lot. That was a lot of layers I hit right there. My fault.
yeah,
But
yeah.
no, that's
It
good
was
though.
it
Like we
was
love
it was
that
for
though.
sure.
Like that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. We appreciate that. But Q, you can go
Yeah,
ahead,
it
bro.
was for sure a lot, and like my apologies for I was looking to the left or looking to the right. It's
No,
because
you good.
I'm mentally taking notes and I took notes while you was talking. So just to backtrack, just something that's highlighted for me, and it's really not something a question for you or anything, but something that you said, which is something I would like to push for the pod, education. Uh, it's okay to go to your local community college. William is right around the corner from me, right?
Mm-hmm.
My mentor used to work at William U a long time ago. I used to go to William U just to hang out with him.
Mm-hmm.
I've always heard how tough William U's basketball squad was. So for any of our audience out there, if you're ever thinking about college, like it's okay to get some community college. Like you don't gotta go to the biggest school ever to be, you know what I'm saying, something like sometimes the best joint you can get is from a community college. So that's dope that you found home. Cause like you said, you've been all well. You're from New York, come down to Delaware, you got Ohio, like you got a lot going on. But for you to solidify and go to something real small, because that's another thing. Somebody like you could have easily said, "Yo, I'm out here in Ohio. I can, you know what I'm saying? I'm a rock out here, or you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go to Ohio State, or you know what I'm saying? Like, why am I not at a big school? Like anybody could easily think like that. But sometimes
Mm-hmm.
like it's all right. Like that's not everybody's path. Not everybody's path is to go to the biggest collegiate school and stuff like that. So, get gratitude for you even stepping out here to say like, yo, Will Mew, that's home for me. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't really hear that every day. You might hear UD more, or you might hear
Yeah.
Temple more, or even like Adele State. You might hear them schools more. But for you to say Will Mew, that's real tough. But like you said, a lot of layers. The biggest thing for me, I wanted to tap into question number one was I know you said that you had an older brother, your older brother's incarcerated, and that's your dog, right?
Mhm.
Give me the mindset that helped you get out of that when it first happened, not where you are today. Because where you are today, you're strong. You know what I'm saying? We joke around all the time at the job. You know what I'm saying? You cool. But when you get that, I'm not sure how old you were, but when you got that news, when you know what I'm saying, when somebody's so close to you, you can't go to the park and play ball no more. You can't just hang out with no more. Like, what's your mindset? Like, what helped you get out of that? Get out of that time.
Yeah, that's a good question, man. So the last time I seen my brother like in the physical flesh,
Excuse me.
2018. So yeah, 2018. So it's 2026. So it's been about 8 years, and that was my. I think it might have been 2017. That was my senior year because last time I seen him was my prom, my senior year prom. I've been out of high school 10 years now, like nine years going on 10. So when that happened, it was just like it was tough because I kind of was like upset at him at first because I'm like, why would you do that when you could have reached out for help? Like he didn't harm anybody or anything like that.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah. No
but he was
specifics.
just trying to get fast money, and I'm just like, bro, like
Yeah,
you could have asked me, you could have asked mommy, you could have asked my brother, like you could have asked us for help, bro. We've been helping you your entire life. Why do that? That's kind of where I was with it, and just trying to understand the situation. He became a father for the second time. Well, he had his second daughter. Like his second daughter was due in like a week, and he was like down, and I guess he needed some fast money. And so I'm like, bro, that's just not the way to do it though. Like, cause now
yeah,
it's been 6, 7 birthdays, and my niece ain't seen you. So it's like you everything in life comes with a repercussion, bro. Like any decision that you make so many decisions in a day. Like one simple decision can literally alter everything, bro. Like
everything.
that fast. So he's grown a lot. Like, we talk like probably like twice, 3 times a week. Um, so he's grown a lot. But at that time, to answer your question, at that time, it just was like I got through it by uh just trying to my best to understand because I always was like mature in my mind than my age. So I might have been 17, but I had the mind of like a 21-year-old, or 22-year-old, like older, like an older mindset. So just like trying to take myself outside my shoes and kind of like go into his shoes and kind of look at how he was looking at it and maybe try to like just understand and help like kind of like ease it a little bit, just like, okay, well, what was bro thinking? Okay, maybe he was thinking this. Nah, maybe he was thinking this. Like, okay. And then try to look at it like that and just try to have like a little sympathy and grace for the situation.
And real quick for I pass it to you, Jay. I know that when it comes to family, sometimes we look at, uh, and it doesn't matter what relationship, but we kind of look at it as like a hierarchy, right? Sometimes we look at, our moms, well, a lot of times we look at our mom as one more up. You know what I'm saying? We look at our pops one more up, grandfather one more up, right? We look up to these people. But I feel like sometimes in life, sometimes it flips, right? Sometimes you find yourself giving your mom some advice, or you find yourself getting your pops or grandma some advice, whatever the case may be, right? So that flip, I say that to say to you, he comes out right now, he walks through that door. What's something that maybe you can say to him to maybe break his mindset to be like, yo, it's all right. Like it's time to get back on your feet. It's time to take care of your kids. Like you cool. Like don't worry about that. What's some motivation that you can flip from the little brother now to give to the older brother?
That's another good question, man. I've been giving him advice for the last, man, 5 years. Just telling
I'm
him little
saying if he
things.
comes through the
Yeah,
door
if he come
right
home, if he
now,
were to come home right now, I would just be like, bro, like you did what you did, you served your time, you did what you had to do. Like now, like put that behind you. It's time to move forward in the most positive way possible, bro. To make sure that we ensure that you never go back. because you have a family that needs you. I need you.
Yes.
Like people need you, bro. So like there's no room to go back to that place. You just served a 10-year sentence, bro. 10 years of your life, of your small life, was just took it from you. So now it's time to enjoy these next future years that you have in the best way possible. So with that being said, you need to do the things that you need to do. And if you ever need anything, no matter what it is, I don't care about your pride, any of that. Call me. That's what I'm here for, bro. So that's where I would kind of say to him.
Love that. Love that. Yes,
That's
sir. Jay, it's
great
on you,
advice.
bro.
So you talked about a lot about just like having gratitude and having grace. So even to kind of take it back a little bit, even tying in with just like your brother being incarcerated, and then you said that you lost your dad earlier on, um, losing a lot of male figures that
Yeah.
you had in your life that you looked up to,
Yeah.
and even growing up in a single parent household. And I can relate to that heavy, and even just when not having my dad around, so I resonate with you on that a lot. But as far as just where you got that mindset to be grateful, and where you got that mindset as far as just having gratitude and being graceful, even towards your situation and maybe towards others.
Mhm.
Um, when you start to develop that, and what situations did you have to go through in your life outside of just those things that you experienced that helps you kind of curate that mindset towards yourself and towards people?
Phenomenal question, bro. Like I said, I was always younger with a bigger mindset. And
Mm,
it's just another thing, bro, that really like shaped me is seeing what like the nonsense that my brothers used to do. 'Cause, I'm the baby, so I'm
yeah,
watching them do everything under the book. I watched them get their first tattoo. I watched them smoke, drink, go
Yeah.
after women. I watched them do fight. I watched them do everything, bro. So I'm literally a kid just watching them do everything.
yeah,
Like, so it kind of made me think like, okay, at some points I would follow them and try to do the same things they doing because it looked cool because of who
right,
they are.
right,
Right.
And then I had to really step back and realize like, yo, the things that these guys are doing is nutty. like so bro, like
yeah,
let me do the opposite of this. Let that be motivation for me to not do that. Like I can't do that, bro. Like what y'all doing, I can't do that, bro. I can't. So the mindset of gratitude, I kind of like started growing that. It didn't really kick in until I got to college. I started to realize because that's when I started facing like different adversity
mm,
and like with my career. And I'm just like, bro, like what is going on with my career right now? Like I don't know what's going on. But I'm sitting in a dorm and I just left the calf. I just had eats. Like I got my own. I just left the gym. I'm headed uh back to the crib to my dorm to go do some homework. This is for free. My mom dropped me off the campus in Ohio. Like she got to see. That was like just knowing how happy she was to just see me just in school, like doing
mm,
something that she never did, and I know that's what she envisioned for me. And
yeah,
just like, bro, just my high school graduation, my college graduation, like that's like the craziest moment. Like just knowing how proud your mom is of things that you're doing. You know, so I just was grateful just to be in a position that I was in. I started gaining that mindset, like I said, when I got to college, and I started hitting adversity. Adversity kind of like showed me like what gratitude is, like at the highest level. So like everything I was going through,
yeah,
just trying to look at it from a gratitude perspective. Because if you sit in that adversity for so long, bro, it hurts. Like it can really, really get you there, bro. And even and not for nothing, because I know both of y'all are holy men. Um, this, bro, the simple. Like
Sir.
once you
Yes,
tap
sir.
into that,
yeah,
once you tap into the big guy, like he
yeah,
Yes,
he
sir.
he gonna situate you, bro. Like he gonna make you also look at things from a gratitude perspective, bro. And that's a
mm,
whole nother hour, 2 hour podcast that we gonna talk about. You feel me?
fact,
That's a whole
fact,
nother joint, bro. The
fact,
grace, the patience, the kind. All, we don't even like. It's endless.
Yeah.
So that's a whole nother situation. And just I've always been like that, bro. My mom was always like that. My mom always instilled that in us. And then I kind of like grew up and like ventured out on my own and
mm,
I've never turned away, bro. I like some people grow up in like a Christian household and then they'll like kind of go away from it as they start to grow up and start to see things for themselves. I never went away, bro. I always stuck with it because I seen him do things for me that miracles, bro. Like I've been in so many situations where like there's no way I'm getting out of the situation. Like
yeah,
and that's how I know, bro. That's what get my belief. And it just so many different things though. So it's just practicing my gratitude, happening with him, like kind of makes me look at things from like adversity can never break me. A lot of people say like I'm one of the strongest people they met because of everything I've been through, and I'm still going resilient. But that's because of him, bro. Like I just lean on him. I just lean on him for that strength. But yeah, to answer your question, Jay, I just started gaining it when adversity hit me at the hardest point. And once I got hit with adversity, it was just like, nah, I gotta find a way, bro. Like I gotta look at things from a different perspective.
No, I love that, bro. I mean, that's exactly why I asked because it's just like you even that's even just like you saying that is even just a reminder to like even me and sometimes even other people where like you can name 100 blessings before you can name 100 misfortunes. So it's just amazing to even also just hear that from somebody instead of like kind of have to be reminding yourself those
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
Get that, bro. Q. If you have another question.
Yeah, something that sticks out like a sore thumb when I hear it a lot of times because it's something that I resonated with. Right earlier when we were asking you to get a breakdown of your background, you had said there was a moment in time where you, in other words, your identity was basketball. Right,
Hmm.
you ate, you slept. You probably did. It was just basketball 24/7. Right, and I resonate with that because for about 9.5, 10 years, that was me with music. All I did was produce and DJ. You couldn't tell me nothing else. That was, I was trying to make a way for my kids. Like I would wake up, take care of my kids, get in the studio, get back, take care of them. It's time for lunch. Cool, cool, cool. Boom, 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 boom. Back in the studio. Oh, time for bath time. Back in the studio. You know what I'm saying? That was me 24/7, right? So I identify when somebody says that was my identity. Like all I knew was this. All I knew was this. With that comes with hurt because you gotta break out of that. And when you have so much belief, and sometimes kind of going back to what we said with God, with the Bible, with that man up top, like when you go through this path, when you go down that path, you realize if you want it so badly, but when you break out of it, you be like, holy shit, that shit really wasn't for me. Like
Mm-hmm.
I could have did something like, even though it felt like it was the right thing to do at the time, this was my dream. When I came out of it, for you, for example, when you came out of it, now you're coaching. Now you have a whole different lens of the game, right?
Hmm.
You got a
Yep.
whole different, even with your regular story outside of ball, you just have a movement. You have a, excuse me, you have a power in your voice that you can invoke, and that comes with coaching, right?
Mm-hmm.
So tell me how it was breaking out of that identity, like, because you said it so casual, and I identify with that, where it's just like, all right, like I'm just not doing this no more, right? You said it's so casual. Well, like I'm not hooping no more, right? I'm
Yeah,
probably not gonna hoop no more. But I
yeah.
know for a fact that years ago you could not say that, right? So tell me how it was to get out of that mindset.
Bro, this is great questions too, by the way, fellas. This is great
Sure,
because
sure,
this is
man.
like it just because I feel like for the last I say 15 months, I've been going through an identity crisis. And I really sat and did a lot of research, bro. And around how old are y'all?
I'm about to be 30 next month.
So you
I'll be 20,
29,
I'll be 28 next month, so I'm 27.
27, 29. I'm 26. I feel like, and I did research, this is studied, that at the point of 24 to 29 is the moment where in time or post college is the moment of time where you're in an identity crisis because you're going through a lot of different things at once. You're trying to find a career job, you're trying to learn who you are. At this point, Pete, you're probably going to have a kid if not already. You're probably on your way to that. You probably are looking for a partner. You're trying to navigate expenses. You're trying to live on your own. You're trying to like this is your first time really like being a full adult. Like if you didn't go to college, like college, you kind of get like an extra 4 years to kind of like just play around. But once you get out of that, you should be out of that right around 22 to 23, depending on when you graduated high school. Like so around 23, 24 to 29, like those years are like the most critical years, bro,
Yeah.
because you're literally trying to find your identity. And like I was stuck in that mode, bro, like for a while. And it was like weighing on me mentally. I'm like, bro, what is going on? Like, why don't I just feel like,
Yeah.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Feel
I'm just
no
like,
drive and nothing. Like,
because I
yeah.
wasn't, I stopped hooping and
Yup.
I didn't know what was next, bro. Like, I had no idea what was next. I'm just like, I really don't know what's about to happen, bro. Like, without basketball, my whole life has been one thing, and that one thing has now like slowly start like walking away, or I started walking away from it, and it was just like, where do I go now? Like, yeah, I'm just lost. You know what I mean? I'm just lost, bro. I really went through like a really big identity crisis, and I'm just now like gaining like a little bit more understanding, but I'm still not even all the way there yet. Like but I'm still like learning. Like, okay, like if the ball stopped bouncing right now, like who would you be? Like if you stop DJing right now, if you stop Jay, if you stop doing your passion right now that you've been doing your whole life, if it stopped today, who would you be? Like, you know what I mean? So, and that was a question that I really couldn't answer, bro. I look at myself in the mirror, like, who are you? Like, bro, I
Yeah.
literally couldn't
Same.
like fathom it, bro. I
Same.
was
Exactly.
like, bro,
Yeah.
Same.
like what am I actually doing? You know,
Yeah.
I have like a sort of an understanding of my purpose, like just by being tapped in. I have like an understanding because I've seen like the
Yeah.
influence that I've had on others, and I know how like my character and my energy and how I am with my morality and just everything, like how I am. I know that that carries and trickles on to others. My energy is like
Same.
it's infectious, bro. Like it's literally
Same.
infectious.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's one of the things that I was granted by God, bro. I feel like it was just that ability to just be able to connect. I can sit in a room with anybody, bro. I can sit in a room with Gary, or I can sit in a room. I can sit in a prison with my brother and a visit, like, or I can sit in a room with a bunch of white boys, or I can sit with in the trenches with a bunch of hood dudes. You know what I mean? Like it's you. And I say that to say like I can be placed in any environment, and I'm gonna adapt to the environment. Like
Hell yeah.
without being fake. Like I'm gonna be able to genuinely be put in any environment and make the most out of any environment that I'm in, bro. Adaptability. So I feel like that's one thing that really helps me as far as like purpose and passion. But just identity wise, bro, I'm still on the road to figuring that out. And that answer, like, I don't know when I'll get that answer, bro, but it's really, really, I started to find comfort because it's really, really normal. Like, a
Yeah.
lot of people, if you talk to a lot of 25 plus, like, everybody's kind of like feeling it, and y'all agreeing with me. So, everybody's feeling like the same way. Like, it's just weird. It's just, this is the purpose, like, the point of your life is like, this is the point where you're like trying to figure out the next steps of your life, you know?
Yeah.
So,
I would
I
say,
mean,
my bad,
no,
Jay.
no, go ahead. But I was gonna say, like, even to your point though, like it's definitely fact. Like, even for like right now, because you feel like I could talk to anybody that's in my age group. It's like you just kind of going with it. Like, you're doing something, you feel like you're on a path, but you don't necessarily know if that path is going to get you to where you want to be. So, like, that whole really trying to figure out who you are, I feel like that comes in phases because, God willing, you're going to find your purpose. You're going to be aligned and you're going to be somewhere where it's like, all right, like, I'm in a groove, this is cool, and this is going to be fine. But that's probably going to last you a couple of years. Because then it's
mhm,
like, I can even talk to my mom. My mom, God willing, she'll be 58 later this year. But even her, like, she has lived her life. She's gained experiences. I come to her with everything for advice, but she still has her moments where she feel like she lost or she's stuck and she don't
mhm,
know what she want to do next.
mhm.
So it's great that you pointed that out. Q, I don't know if you had another question
No,
around that.
I don't have another question. I just was going to tap into maybe some of the advice that what I kind of did. So I realized for me, more so to get rid of, I had to get rid of everything, right? Uh, I had to for a long period of time. I didn't listen to music, right? I got rid of all my equipment. I kind of very similar to what you said. Like I got to a point where I was like, okay, without this keyboard, without this computer, without FL Studio, without Serato, these things, who am I? And once I got rid of those things and I gave all those things, like I banished them. Like I literally gave everything like a pure like I'm cool.
Mm.
That's when I found who I was. I found, like he said, like what am I truly good at? But the cool thing about that is, it's always that saying that whatever's made for you will always come back, right? So for you, like you said, you thought you was gone. I'm not hooping no more. But I know for a fact, without me even being a ball player, without me even wearing a Will Mew jersey and having you yell at me, I already know you. I already know that you have such an impact on those college players already, especially with you being so young. That even doubles it because it's like, yo, this guy's my age, and I can see he has so much leadership. When I think about coaching, the first thing I think about is leadership. I think about voice, right? So just about the identity, bro. It's more so like I learned like the more you strip away everything is the more you that's when you'll find it, bro. So whatever you holding on to, even if it's something like, damn, I really don't even know if I want to get rid of this. It might even be nothing with hooping. That might be, I don't know, a persona or something like that. Strip it away. If just strip it away and leave that shit alone, and then you'll see the flower bloom. And you be like, all right, that's it right there. So that's a little advice that I did when I learned my identity, and with all this, and it kind of goes back to what I was just saying earlier in the pod. Yo, kind of cool with other. I'm kind of cool off all the other pods. I'm doubling down on this right here. Open of mind, because this is where I feel it. Right.
Mhm.
I love doing this. I love doing this. Sports dropouts. That's my joint. I can still talk sports. I can still talk music. We got one more joint coming. Excuse me. If y'all listen to Sports Dropouts pod, we already announced another pod. But still, this John right here, this is for me where it's at. So, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, patience, strip down. If you go back in the Bible, we was here with nothing, bro. In the beginning, we didn't have nothing, but we had purpose already. How is that possible, right? So strip yourself down, and that's when you find it the most. But Jay, go ahead.
Nah, like we just about to carry it like this for a little bit because I kind of like this where this conversation is
Excuse me.
going. But to even to what you said, Q, like, and it's funny that it's not even funny, it's real because stripping away everything is necessary. But my pastor brought this up like last year, but it stuck out with me for a minute, talking about going through like a pruning season. And for pruning, just for background knowledge, is like for when you like we're as a planter or as a gardener, you're cutting pruning is cutting down dead branches or dead stems for trees to blossom and grow bigger or better or stronger branches. So you cutting out a lot of things that you're familiar with, a lot of things that you felt like were you, whether it's your environment, whether it's friends, whether it's family, whether it's the things that you were doing on a daily basis that weren't necessarily good for you, but it just felt good at that moment. But everybody goes through a pruning season, even if they don't necessarily understand it or they don't know what that looks like, because that's when you kind of necessarily feel like doubt or pressure. Doubt is when you feel change. You start to question things when things are changing around you, or you start to not know yourself when things are changing around you because you don't really know how to process it. But like, just like how you said, like going through like that stripping phase of like just cutting out certain things. Maybe you got to cut off your boys for a little minute. I know for me, it's like I had to stop. Like I was an avid smoker, love getting high, but it got to a point where it's just like this wasn't doing nothing for me. I'm spending money. I'm sitting here getting being fried. Like I'm out of my mind, wasting time, hours going by, and I don't even know what I could tell you. I can't even tell you the last conversation I had with somebody 5 minutes ago. Like that's how bad it would be. But it's like you kind of got to go through that to realize who you really are and realize what your purpose is. I'll be feeling lost, be feeling stuck, you be feeling depressed, and it's like, all right, what is God showing me right now? What is He telling me to act on? What is He telling me to not do? Who is He telling me that I can't be around? So, I love the fact that you brought that up. But a question for both y'all too is, for identity purposes, right? Like, because you can say this now in hindsight, but when you were younger, did you feel like your identity was really yours, or is it just more so based off of your or was it based off of your environment? And now, can you say that in this in where you guys are currently at? Do you feel like your identity is yours, or is it still necessarily based off of what you got around you?
You got a cue?
Yeah. Say it one more time.
So, do you feel like your identity was yours and is yours? So, past tense and currently, or was it based around your environment?
So I would say past tense, my identity wasn't. It was something I created. It was something I manifested. It was something that was, we kind of see it today with like social media. Like we say it all the time. Oh, that person is popping on the gram, but I see you in person and you're a weirdo in the corner, right? So you
Mm-hmm.
manifested this identity that might not potentially be yours, right? I say that to say with music, it was the same thing. Like I, not to say that music wasn't me, but because I did it on such a massive scale. Like I'm I'm in with Tory Lanez. Like I'm backstage with these people. I'm doing colleges, homecomings, all this shit. Like I did it. I did not a crazy massive stage, but I did it more successful than what probably you would probably think.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I would say there was times that in that phase there was times where like I didn't feel myself. Like it felt like I was chasing something that was outside of me, right? So now when I look forward to where I am now, I no longer do that. I know the identity's mine because I don't have to chase. It's already here, right? Give the audience a little background. We barely even spoke about this episode, and look how beautiful this episode is, right? We don't have to chase. It's something about doing something organically and natural that once you go through all that, you don't have to chase. So I would say back then, yeah, that wasn't my identity. Now I don't have to chase. When I think about something, I'm like, damn, how do I approach this or how would I get through this? I sit back, patience, pray, affirmations, journaling. Boom, I got the answer. No more chasing. There's no more chasing. And through those four things, if the answer is way obsolete, I know it's not for me. I know it's not my identity no more. If I gotta find myself going out of my, like if I gotta like going back to feeling like how I was back then, if I gotta feel that way, I know it's just not for me, right? So
Right.
to answer that question, that's how I. Yes, this is my identity. Back then, that for sure was not like I could feel the difference in myself, right?
Right.
So, Q, before I answer, I just want to ask, like, I know you said you was DJing at a pretty and producing around music at a really high level. Like, what made you stop? Like, when did you realize like I'm done?
So for me, there's a few different things. It was one of those things where the cutthroat answer is the music industry. The money is very, very, very slow, right? It's a lot of backdoor money. It's a lot of like producers and DJs. You don't really get paid as much as you think it would. Um, I also had kids very young. Um, I had my oldest. My oldest now is turning 9 this year. So I had my oldest. So I had my oldest when I was 21, and my oldest birthday is 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks after mine. So I always anybody that I ever meet, I always tell them I got a running joke like I was 21 for 2 weeks and then I had to be 30 because like you know what I'm saying like
Nah,
No, for real
facts.
though. No, seriously.
yeah, when you think about it, like everybody thinks about like when you grow up, you 14, you 15, you're like, oh my god, I can't wait till I'm 18. You turn 18, like no, I can't wait till I turn 21.
One, yeah.
And then it's like, oh yeah, 21, I'm outside, I'm Cancun, I'm Mexico, I'm blah blah blah. Nah, bro.
Jamaica.
Yeah, right. Two resorts in Jamaica, and like you know what I'm saying. And then it's like, nah, gang. Like I'm 21, and then
Yeah,
I'm about to have a youngin. So
yeah,
that I would also say, um, loss. Just you do something for so long, and it's like, why do I still feel lost in this job? Like, why is there no advancements? Right. Another thing is a lot of my friends that I was doing it with, they picked up and they moved to LA, and I couldn't do that. I got a young boy. And then
yeah.
I had another young bull. So I got two young bulls. I can't just pick up and move to LA. Um, so shout out to my guys out there. They're still doing it. They're doing shows and like that. Um, but to answer your question, at the same time, it was a graceful bow out, right? It was one of those drawings where it's like I know for a fact I gave it my all. I learned so much about myself. I got stories to tell my kids, and I know for open of mind purposes, we had a episode about legacy. And I know for me, outside of this, outside of whatever I teach my kids, I know that I wanted them when I leave here, I want them to grow up and tell my grandkids and their great grandkids, be like, yo, like your grandfather used to make this. I'm cool with that. I don't need the Drake streams. I don't need the rage crowds. I'm cool with, you know what I'm saying, my family just being like, yo, your grandfather was tough at music. Look at this. Or look at this picture when he used to DJ. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm cool with that. Because I do the same thing with my family. All my uncles was DJs. My dad has a whole bunch of vinyl. Oh, I'm talking about very first Michael Jackson thrillers, all this shit. We got all that because my uncles, my family, they was crate and barrels, bro. They was carrying crates, going to the spot, DJing, putting all the crates back. You know, that's how they work, right? Music is like in my blood. So like, but they don't got no crazy like I'm cool just looking at my crates like, damn, my uncle used to fuck that joint up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he used to go crazy with that joint. Like so that's just my mindset around that joint. And like I said, I learned so much from that time period. It helped me in an odd way evolve into spaces that I never thought I was. So, right? So now doing that, I know how from music production, I know how to kind of like what you just said. I know how to have like a business conversation with somebody I never even met before, but that was from music, right? Because I used to get those DMs. I used to get the, hey, can you come here to do X, Y, and Z? All right, cool. My price is this. All right, cool. Can you have this? Cool, cool, cool. Oh, here's a contract. Blah blah blah. I know how to do all that, right? That comes into another space where, when music production, I learned. I taught all myself all. I taught myself everything. So now that comes into videos. That comes into picture editing. That comes into my clothing brand. From music production, I was like, wait, if I can learn all this by myself, I can learn other skills by myself too. Now I'm like a one-stop shop. Like I can do everything now because I know I can learn it on my own. So, to answer your question, there's a few different things. Like I said, it's a graceful bow out. Income was a little bit slow. Lost it. Identity. I felt as though it was taking over me. It was taking over for my kids. Like I said, it was times where, not to get too sad, but it was times where like I found myself like my young boy, like, oh yeah, daddy, look at this picture. And I'm in the studio cooking up a beat. And I gotta look to the left, or the right. I'm like, oh yeah, yeah, buddy, that's a nice picture. But then I'm right back into it. That's not the attention I want to be giving him, right? If he's telling me or showing me something, I want to be able to stop what I'm doing, get up, and be in his presence, not him have to come into my presence. That's two different things, right? As a father, I think that's really, really, really heavy, right? As a parent in general, mom, dad, don't matter. Stop what you're doing and be in your kid's presence because it shows a different level of support. It's not just, well, you got to come to me to show me what you're doing. Nah, I'm going to stop what I'm doing. I'm going to come to your world. Let's build those Legos. Let's put that Barbie together. Let's do whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, a few different things. That's a whole different pod we can get into, but that's to answer your question in a nutshell.
That's what's up, bro.
Facts. Facts. You still got to answer though, Brody.
Like, what's remind me of the question again, my man.
You try to call.
Q just went crazy, man.
Nah, he
Crazy.
did, he did. But I mean, like this is what we do it for. Not just like how much of your identity did you feel like at the time, and this is like I said, it's past and present. Um, when did you feel like did you ever feel like it was yours or wasn't yours, or was it just based around your environment?
I would say I don't know how it would be an environment based because it just was basketball, bro. Like I just fell in love with basketball. Like I just as a kid, I just grabbed the basketball and went to the court. I just fell in love with it, bro. So that kind of was it for me. Like it kind of just was like Q said, it wasn't. I didn't chase it. It wasn't forced. Like nothing. It was just like basketball. This is what I am. This is what it is. I fell in like the most deepest, bro. Damn near the most deepest form of love that I ever experienced. Besides obviously the Lord, I think that like that was the closest I felt like what real love really is because I feel like for me the definition of love for me is like something that you can't go without, like something that you can't live without, something that you wake up every day knowing like I had this crazy urge in me about this person, place, or thing. Like that's
Mm-hmm.
what I feel like love is. So for me, it was like at that time point in my life, I'm like, bro, there's no way I stop playing basketball, bro. There's no way.
Right.
And it's still like I can't see. I'm not saying basketball is my identity right now. But I'm saying like it probably is. But I'm saying I've never like fully walked away from the game. Like coaching is not walking away from the game. You're still coaching is the
You're still
closest
living
thing to
it.
playing.
Yeah.
I still train. I still train kids. Like that's you're very very close. You're a part of the game, bro. Like I'm not walking away and cold shutting the door on basketball, bro. That'll never. I don't see that happening for a long time, bro. Like even when I get older and I'm like really done hooping, like I might play in like a 40 and up league, like just because the love of the game is just there, bro. It's old, bro. You see that all the time, bro. It's people that just
Yeah.
that bad, they just love the game, bro. So I mean, I wouldn't say it's environment based. I feel like it kind of just fell upon me, bro, and I kind of just ran with it. Like, and I've built so many connections. Like my bestest of friends have all everybody that I kind of connected with is based off of ball. Like I connected with y'all because we worked together. But if I didn't have this job, I wouldn't know y'all, bro. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't have met two good men. Like so if I didn't work and I just stayed around basketball, the only people I would know would be people who are around basketball. And then ended up like people I went to high school with and I played in the high school team with, they ended up veering off. Like some became like really good businessmen, some became drug dealers, some passed. Like everybody went like in a different direction, and I was able to build connections with each and every one of those people. So
Mm.
now I can always look back with a good name, knowing that I kept a good name on my back. That whenever everybody see me, is nothing but genuine love. Like, and I'm always able to get my foot in the door with anything. Like just the coaching thing, bro. Like my coach would not allow nobody else to come coach like fresh out of playing. Like he's not allowing that for nobody.
Yeah.
So just being that good dude around good people and just making yourself, established as who you are and being genuine, that kind of like worked itself out for me, bro. So kind of basically to answer your question, it just fell upon me, bro. Like basketball just was like because I started off playing football. I didn't even play ball. I played football and then my mom was like, we not doing this. Like I was just getting tackled. She didn't like seeing me get tackled. She didn't like the injury. She didn't like stuff like that. So she was like, "We're not doing this." So I kind of just chilled. And then when I moved to Delaware, I went to the park just one day, and then it was just hoops. It was just hoops. After that, I just felt I worked out. I touched the ball, worked out like one time. It's like, nah, this tough, bro. And I just ever since then, bro. And it's always been like a safe haven too for me. Like anything that I was going through, like when I hoop, I don't think about anything. There's nothing for me to. I don't think about anything when I'm on the court, bro. So
Bro, yeah.
it was a great coping mechanism, and then it was also a great connectivity thing. Like I was connecting with other guys and connecting with guys I call my brothers forever, bro. Like just
Mhm.
being in between them lines, it was just like a really good safe haven for me, bro. That was like the sanctuary that was the gym, or outside at the park. So that was it. That was just it for me, bro. It was always there.
No, facts. I love
Yeah.
that.
And
I love that.
yeah, you said some few key things real quick, Jay. Um, some very, very good things. One, the safe haven part. That's huge. That's huge because I identify with that. And one other thing that I'll clear up. Um, I didn't drop music dead completely. I still here and there, like Jay, you see me, I still seen you. You know what I'm saying? Little Jones here and there that I'm in the studio, but I bowed out gracefully in a sense that I'm not fully like, yo, I'm not looking for an artist to hop on shit. That's what I mean. But that also had led to, excuse me, that also had led to the same thing that you're saying. Like, I got a homie that I went to high school with. He hit me the other day out of nowhere, like, yo, bro, I'm starting making music, blah, blah. You got any tips? Bro, I ran down almost like 2 hours worth of tips to this nigga for the free. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just like, yo, like, that's what I learned now. So, kind of similar to what you're saying about the game of basketball. Like, you never left it, but you can always just speak to it. You can always, it's always going to be there. So, it's the same. I just wanted to clear up for the audience in case they think I just like cold turkey completely. I didn't. But yeah, Jay, go ahead.
Now you cool, bro. Now I just want to kind of touch on even just while like I asked y'all that question though. Because y'all brought up like just like the deep passion behind having something, and I understand what that feels like, and just even feeling like you're so invested that like this is just who you are. But then it's like you may have it in like say like you got like friends, right? And like say for you like LJ, like somebody may be like, yo, like I remember like even right now you playing like you're playing in a league. So like somebody could be like, yo, like remember you had like that 30-point game, bro? Like you was going crazy. And it's like you're known for so many other things outside of basketball. but then yet they have an attachment to you, or they have like more so like a memory that they feel like they can connect to you off based off of what you did for that, and that's their only connection, that's their only tie. And I'm not saying that that's everybody, but that's some people. Same thing for you, Q. Like you may have a certain group of people that's in your life, and this is where it's even essential and ties back into like the pruning thing or stripping, about like stripping certain things away from you. Because for Q, same thing with you. It's like, yo, bro, like remember we was in
For
backstage and we
sure.
were such and
Oh
such,
yeah,
or
for
like
sure. I
remember
do
we
that
had
all the
this,
time.
like yo, but like it's all of those things. But it's like you're a father. You do this. You do these 3 different or 4 different podcasts now. You like just on the outside looking in. There's so many different layers to both of y'all. But then yet somebody can put you under a microscope and hold you down to one specific thing.
Hmm.
So that's why I feel like, understanding like environment versus identity, or identity to your environment, is very crucial, because that's when you know it's necessary to separate.
Yeah.
But
And that's okay though. I know it's not like a topic, but that's okay.
yeah,
You also gotta understand that everybody has. You're a chapter in somebody else's life. So if that chapter of life, all I know is LJ4 is that 30-point game. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no hard feelings about that. Like that's cool.
yeah,
You only know me for, you know what I'm saying? Oh, shit, that crazy house party we had in Newark, bro. You was killing the ones and twos downstairs in the basement. Oh, remember the girl? She was going crazy, but cool. Yeah, I'm a father now, but if that's all you remember me for, that's cool, because that's the chapter that I got in your life. Like, I'm all right with that.
nah, for sure. Um, so I got the segment that we can finish off with, but I know that you had a quote that you wanted to touch on. Um,
Yeah, we can touch
before
on
we
this real quick, for sure, LJ. If you know if you got some more time with us, bro. Um, so obviously for the audience, you guys can kind of figure out this episode is mainly around identity, right? Um, kind of like what sparked this. I don't know if you guys are like Marvel fans and Spider Man, blah, blah blah. We got new Spider Man coming out, and something that really clicked with this new one that's coming out is obviously, if you know, at the end of the last John, he kind of had to make a deal, which was to erase everybody's memory on Earth, but that because everybody knows he's Spider Man now. So now this new John, you can kind of see him formulating this new type of identity that is somebody. Hey, there go my girl. She don't even know who I am anymore, right? It's this lost place of identity. Um, so that's where this whole episode, which kind of really sparked from. Um, but I have found this quote, and the quote is, "You cannot use someone else's map to find yourself." Say it one more time. You cannot use somebody else's map to find yourself. The hot seat's kind of been me on me and LJ. Jalen, I want you to go ahead and tap into.
Yeah, man, get him going. Yeah.
Yeah, let's yeah. What? How do you feel about that, Cole? Or like when you hear it, what's the first thing that kind of resonates with you?
it's an understanding of having an understanding of self, first. But we grow up with our own dreams and our own desires, but through our connections with people in life, whether it's friends or family, we may have an attachment to that. So like what I think of when I hear that is just more so like, say me and El, we grow up, and say we both have the same, like we both hooping, and we both, on the same team. We've been on the same team for years. We finishing out school together, senior year. But I don't have no recruits. I don't have no phone calls. I don't have nobody coming to the crib. He's well known. He's getting all these calls. He's getting all these scholarships. But then yet, like it's almost like I'm living vicariously through him, because I'm still trying to pursue that hoop dream, and I'm still going hard, still trying to make it happen, and I'm losing myself trying to keep up with him. But that's not where or what I should be doing. Um, and you see a lot of stories like that with people, because they get so invested in their friends' lives or their families' lives, and they put so much into it. And you got a lot of resentful people, and you got a lot of people that get stuck, and they don't know who they really are. They're 30, 40, and this is not a knock at anybody, because you can find yourself at any age. But, you don't know what's next. You feel lost, and you don't have a plan and what you're going to do and what you got going forward. So yeah, that's the first thing I hear with that. It's just more so understanding yourself, knowing who you truly are, and that takes time. And LJ touched on it earlier, but identity is, and you did too, actually. But identity is something that you build. It's not something that you just discover overnight. It takes time for, like you said, like LJ said, like you got to look in the mirror, ask yourself who you are, or you got to go through those moments where you're stripping out those old ideas and those old visions of yourself. And I can't picture myself hooping because that's just not me, or I can't picture myself being in a DJ because that's just not me. I got to really sit down with myself, and even like whether it's just with me talking to me while I'm talking to God, or just talking to people that know me best. But that vision and that idea of yourself has to come through with that.
Yeah, I think when I first read it, um, the first thing that came to my mind is jealousy and envy. And the reason why is because even we all live in a social media world, right? An example you used was perfect, right? You use synonymously you use somebody that you know. You use LJ, right? But on a day to day basis, that's not true. Because we can get it. We all get on Instagram. We all get on any Twitter platform, right? Anything like that. And the first thing we do is we compare, right? We see women do it all the time, right? Or we see men doing it all the time. Yo, that's blah blah blah, boom boom boom. Now this person's getting robbed because he got the bread, he got the Rolls Royce, and he got the chain, and you don't, right? So now you
Right.
got envy people looking at you crazy, right? So when I read that, the first thing I thought about is how do you control not just how do you take control of your self identity, it's how do you also understand that gratitude that LJ was talking about
Right.
and how it pertains to you, right? You like I said, you used a perfect example with synonymous. You could use, you could swap out LJ for C's for whoever, for Earth, whoever. But again, we all got this thing in our hand, social media, and we see it time and time and time and time and time again. Where it's like we see that somebody else is broke. We see for lack of better terms, we see the girl that might have been skinny as ever in high school, but now she's following the trend of the BBL. Why? You was a whiz, but now you following, or you might have some hurt, you might have some pain. Your ex or whoever might have did you dirty for somebody that looked like that. So now, yes, you lost yourself trying to find a roadmap to somebody else that's doing something completely different, right? See
Right.
it all the time, right? So that's just something that when I read it, that's what I think. I'm like, this kind of for me is attacking, people's not character, but like kind of stomping on people's like jealousy and envy, like checking it. Like, do you have jealousy and envy in your heart, right?
Hmm.
That's kind of how when I read it, that's kind of how I was reading it. But go ahead, LJ.
Um, for me, when I heard that quote, I kind of thought about like just being more so a leader instead of a follower. That's how I kind of looked at it. I was just like, just because someone is doing something, you don't have to automatically follow what they're doing. Like, that might not be your lane. Like they might be doing something that's their lane. You might try to. It could be anything. You could break this down to just by the way somebody dressed. Like, oh, he dressed like that. Let me try to, and then you put it on. And it's like, I don't like the way I look. Like you feel me? You
Yeah.
just you just followed somebody else's map, trying to get to where you got to go. You know what I mean? That's how I've looked at it, and it's crazy how we all three like kind of looked at it, heard that quote, and seen it from a different viewpoint. That was tough. So yeah, that's kind of what I got from it. Yeah, that's kind of
Yeah, I rock with that. But all three of it is synonymous though, right?
yeah,
Because at the end of the day, even using the example, we hear it all the time. Yo, bro, yo, LJ, what they ask you in that interview,
yeah, yeah,
bro? What's your roadmap? You know what I'm saying? Like, why am I still worried about what they ask you? Cool, you can tell me all every. I gotta have my own answer still, right? So it's so many different things. Like you said, leadership for me it was the jealousy and envy. Like I said with Jalen, excuse me, with Jalen, it was more so the identity. They all synonymous with the same quote, in my opinion. So
Yeah.
definitely
But
a good job.
not it all ties into perspective, and it lets you know that everybody's journey is different. Your journey
Sure.
is not mine, mine is not his is not yours. So Nah, that was a great quote, and even just with the answers, it just shows you exactly how you can get different outcomes for anything.
Yeah.
But we gonna finish it off though. Got a little segment for both y'all today. Um, this one is called "Finish the Sentence." So it's just real simple. I'm gonna give a sentence. Y'all just gotta answer it.
Yeah,
All right.
let Q go first. Let Q go first.
No, it's gonna be same time. I mean, he can answer it first, but you got to answer second. So it's like either way. Yeah. But it's let me see. I got 8 questions. But whenever y'all ready to start, we can run.
Go ahead, Lock.
All right. I knew life was getting real when.
I became a single father.
Damn, Q just spanked me. I would say when I had like a wake up call that basketball like is about to be over. Like pretty much like I'm pivoting away from
No
like I
longer
just
a
got out of
player.
college and I'm pivoting away from basketball. I don't know what's next with basketball. That was like a shell shocking jump for me for
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I thought I had it all figured out until.
Oof.
Yo, bro, these joints hot, bro.
Thought I had it all figured out until.
I would say the same thing for me until after college. Like that's when I was like, yo, what is going on? Like what is about to happen right now? Like I literally just got done school. I've been playing basketball. I've been in school. I've never been like a strict straight up adult. Like this has never happened. Like this is crazy. That's for me. So kind of on the same along the same lines as number one.
All right.
Yeah, I would say I thought I had it all figured out until the very last time I had to call my pop and really ask for help for sure.
All right. Cool. Cool. Something I do now that the old me wouldn't is.
Oh, read, meditate, pray, you name it.
Same. Same.
No, something that I just started doing recently. Journaling. I just started journaling. I have my journal. I don't have it on me. It's at my desk. In my little drawer joint. So it's called the Self Mastery Journal. Basically, it has like it's like guided.
Yes,
I don't gotta just be freestyling. I like
yeah.
a little bit of structure. It's my daily affirmations, my top 3 goals for the day. How well did I sleep the previous night? Trying to track sleep. Trying to really like stay on top of my sleep, bro. Because I think that really is a big factor to the way your day could go. Or the way, at least the way your morning could go.
I oh my bad. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Q. Now you good.
No, no, no. I don't. I want to change my answer because I don't want to be so. Because that's a great answer, but I think that like anybody could say that. Well, I would say that I would want to say, um, what's the sentence again? Because I want to say the sentence.
Something I do now that the old me
Oh, okay.
wouldn't is.
Something I do now that the old me did what wouldn't do is have a more structured morning routine. So I no longer get up and the first thing I'm doing is looking at the gram. I don't even look at the gram until I damn near get to work. Like I'm doing grown man shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm checking the weather. I'm pulling out clothes.
Good weather, Brody.
Yeah, bro. I'm serious. I'm doing
Yeah, I
grown.
know. I know. That's why it's funny.
Yeah, like cool.
Yeah.
Like what is it? You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of going back to Atomic Habits. The book that was for
More.
April, excuse me, was for March, and it kind of goes back to the productivity mindset, which was, write down those things that you need to do for the next day, the night before, and when I wake up in the morning time, I'm on that immediately. I'm on that. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the, like, yeah, I'm serious. I'm wake up, I'm praying. First thing I do is pray. Don't gotta be long. 5 minutes, cool. Thanking God that I'm awake. Thanking God for seeing another day, affirming my day, which is something I never used to do. Like, hey, today is going to be a good day. Even
Mhm.
if it's not, I affirmed, yo, today, ever since I started doing that, it sounds crazy, knock on wood, I haven't had no crazy bad day, bro. Like, yeah, some days are weirder than others, but like, when
Cause
you
you're
wake
giving
up,
it out.
right, when you affirm your
Yeah.
day, like, oh, God, thank you for today, you know, today's gonna be a beautiful day no matter what happens. Give me the strength and adversity to pull through. No matter what the devil tries to throw at me, just give me the strength and adversity to either dodge it, get through it. Bro, I never had no bad day, bro. Like,
Hmm.
and it sounds crazy, but that's just what it is. So
Yeah.
that's what I would say.
No, I love that. And oh, pro tip too. Love that the minute journaling. Love that we journaling. Pro tip: if you don't journal in any way, shape, or form, start. That's a great way to get your thoughts off. That's a great way to understand exactly how you thinking and what you got going on. Even if you're just writing down your day, it kind of just lets you kind of just get all that stuff that you got jumbled up. It helps you free it out, and you can kind of look back on it too in hindsight. Like it's a great thing to do. It's a
Yeah,
great thing to do. I ain't gonna lecture nobody right now, but the dumbest way I handled pressure was
not asking for help.
Yeah, I would say running from it.
mm,
Running from it. That was
Mm.
a dumb
all right.
way.
You
I
lucky,
love
lucky we had an hour.
I, I love those answers though. If my younger self saw me now, he'd probably say,
You turned out all right.
Yeah, I would say you doing everything that you said you was gonna do.
mm,
That
Yeah,
for sure.
those are great things to say.
Yeah, for sure. Younger me
Um,
would definitely he'll definitely that guy would be happy. He ain't gonna be happy about all the decisions I done made. The product now he'll be happy, bro.
I know young me would probably say something stupid to this day, but they'll definitely be proud. Um, one thing I take way less serious now is
people's opinion, and that's
Yeah, I gotta agree with Jay. I gotta agree with Q on that one. I
yeah,
gotta agree with that one because that was a point of struggle for me for a very long time, bro. I think the biggest thing for me that I'm okay with. What was the question? We said the question.
one thing I take less serious now is
Yeah, being understood. I
that's
was being understood. Like I'm okay. I'm okay with being like misunderstood.
yeah. I was gonna say that's a big one.
that's
Misunderstood.
cheat code.
Yeah, misunderstood.
Cool with that.
Um, I'd also say what did I say?
You said people's opinions.
Yes.
It's a big one,
I
bro.
don't know. I don't know if
It's huge.
yeah. I don't know if it's more so people's opinions, but more so. I mean, it is people's opinions, but what I want to. It's a little bit more specific. Is what are people saying behind my back? I don't really
Mm,
care about that no more.
Yeah, yeah,
okay.
bro. I want to touch on that like real quick if I can, like just really quick,
Okay.
bro. People's opinions, like people don't understand the magnitude of how people view other people's opinions. Like, it's some people that won't dress a certain way, won't eat certain things, won't post certain things,
Yeah.
won't move a certain way because they're so worried about what other people are going to think or say.
Yep.
Like, you may think an outfit is tough, but you might think in your mind, so what they gonna think about this, John? I'm not gonna wear this. I'm just gonna wear this.
Yeah.
Damn, you took yourself out of your whole frame just because you thought somebody else was gonna think an opinion about you, bro. F them, bro. They don't matter. Like
Yeah.
it's at the end of the day, nobody really cares, bro. At
That's
the very end
that's
of the
it.
day,
That's it.
nobody cares that
That's it
much.
right there.
Everybody, no
Yeah.
matter, bro. Really think about this. At the end of the day, at the end of why is he laughing? Why is he
No, no,
laughing?
no, 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 no. Like, cause no, it's like
Why is he-
it framed out, and it framed in, and you was dumb close and said, "Nah, bro's locked." That's the only
Yeah.
reason.
I'm not, bro.
Word,
Because like I
word.
really want because this is like so important. Think about it at the highest extreme level. Even when you go, even when you pass, everything people are going to be traumatized. People are going to be hurt. Everything. At the end of the day, bro, they're still going to continue with their life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Whether you
100%.
like anything that you do in your life, bro, regardless, me and Jay gotta go to work tomorrow, bro. Like, regardless of what happens, though, in Q's life, in the next guy's life, in Earth, like anybody,
yeah,
with life literally like is going to continue. At the end of the day, bro, nobody cares that much about what you got going on to that extent, bro. Like people care about you, like your family, your close friends, they care about you, but y'all understand what I'm saying as far
yeah.
as can like, yo, bro wore green sneaks today. Like, I care, bro, if you wore green sneaks, bro. Like,
But even to your point though, like
this is
from on the other side of it, it's like if you got somebody else that's caring too much about what you got going on, they don't got anything going on for themselves.
no way,
100%.
bro. It's
100%.
nobody life. It's nobody exterior life that I care about more than my own, bro. I
Yeah,
have a lot to worry about, bro. I can't sit here and worry about
listen,
what 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 Dre got going on at his desk, I can't worry about it too much. Like because I
Right.
gotta go back to my desk. Like you know what I
That's a
mean? Like
fact.
that's just how
That's
it
a
is,
fact.
bro.
But
Like
that's it. But and even it ties back in, right? We're all created equal. No one is above or below anybody, regardless of the
yeah,
status, hierarchy, or
yeah.
anything. Trump, the biggest celebrity that you think out here, you can think about Brian, you can think about shit, anyone, right? We all put our pants on the same way. We all put our shoes on the same way. Nobody's above nobody in this world in God's eyes. We all created equally. So it's like for you to have an opinion so strong about me and what I got going on, you already telling me who you are. I'm the
Literally,
guy.
literally, bro. I feel like I've never been one of them guys. Like you got something going on, bro. Like that's cool, bro. Like
Yeah,
you good,
but it's
bro.
like,
Got bro doing his thing. Like I don't. It's, I can't care about everything that bro got going on. You know what I mean? Like it's just I just can't, bro. I can't.
facts. We got what, two more questions here, or two more sentences. I used to think success was. What was it? I used to think success was dot dot dot. Now I think it's.
I used to think success was.
This is amazing dialogue right here, man.
I used to think success was a status quo. Now I believe success is whatever you believe is successful. So, um, I think society will say, you're successful. You get the crib, the car, and the whatever, right? But if you got a good job and you come from nothing and you're doing all right, you're successful, right? It's whatever you deem success is. It's not
Mm,
anybody
mm,
else. It's
mm.
and it kind of goes back to what I was just saying about my music. Like that hit me. Yeah, damn. I did 10 years or something, and I ain't fucking. Damn, I ain't make it. Like I'm not up there. Like I'm not on the red carpet. Dang. Like come on. I'm cool though. My version of success is having my kids open up them crates and be or getting on YouTube or getting on SoundCloud and being like, "Yo, my grandfather or my dad used to make this." That's my success. Like I don't need y'all success. Frankly, I don't. Right? So yeah, success is whatever I or you deem you to be successful for. So yes, I used to think success was status quo, materialistic. What can you show off? Nah,
Mhm.
it's whatever success you think you are. Whatever success you think you have, that's successful, bro.
That's growth.
That's big time right there, Q. It's huge. I used to think success was have being rich, having a lot of money. Like that meant you were successful. You made it because you got money. Now I think it's basically loving and having things that are yours. So what I mean by that is your family, your crib, your like J. Cole said, love yours. Like it's huge. Like loving yours. So like what you have, like you a lot of people say, I know y'all heard this before, like the richest people aren't the wealthiest. You could be poor and rich.
Yeah,
Have your family, you have a wife, you have a crib. You rich, bro. Like you're literally rich in life. You're rich.
yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
and then there's rich people who don't have any of that. They're poor. You know what I mean? So I think that success really is it's just loving what you have and being grateful for what you have. Like that is the biggest part of that's just being successful to me. Like I wake up and have if I got a full family, like that's successful, bro. Like wake up and your kids are straight, your mother's good, like
Hmm.
your family's okay, like everybody's okay, like they can say like you're good. That's success, bro. Like you're good. You're rich in life.
No, I love that. Great answers too, man.
one
Great
day we're gonna
answers.
have a talk about rich and poor because it's not a like he said, it's not a money thing. I think it's a
Ah,
behavior. It's a behavior.
yeah, yeah.
That's why I left it alone. I was about to touch on it, but we can probably go
Yeah,
on for another
That's
day.
going. That's going. That's we're gonna be here another hour or two, bro.
Yeah,
nah, we
yeah.
we
That's why
can't.
I left it alone. I left
Yeah,
it
run this
alone.
joint back in person, man. Run this joint back in person, man.
We we
Get
we we gonna
a real sit down with the guys. Like,
we
Nah,
gonna get
man,
it
we
fixed,
working
bro.
on it,
We
bro.
gonna get
Trust me.
Yeah, we gonna get it fixed. But last question, well, last sentence here. The most random thing that helped me grow was.
Wow, the most random, the most random thing that helped me grow. Um, damn, this can be a long conversation too. All right. The most random thing that helped me grow was becoming a runner. So Yes. So during those times of becoming a single father, when you kind of go through those trials and tribulations, like, damn, I'm not gonna see my young boys every day, like, or this person I loved, I thought was gonna be, you know what I'm saying, X, Y, Z. It's not gonna be the same John. You know, you start having those conversations. You have goals of, you know what I'm saying, kind of breaking the family household of not having the same mom and dad, no
Yeah,
step.
yeah, yeah,
Right,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
I turned into a runner because running was the only thing that made me feel free. It was the only thing that made me feel like I can relive again in a sense. But through that came growth because not only did I learn about the body a little bit more, a lot more, because I played sports all my life. But I played baseball and I played ball. Um, but I was mainly a baseball head, so I played baseball really hard all my entire life damn near. So it's not much running and crazy like that in there. But as far as the body, the mind, and the soul, how it connected, I learned it through running. Super weird, but that's where I learned it. I learned the connection with nature. I learned a connection with just self and like being completely alone because it's a lot different when you have your girl and your kids, which is the mother, your son, and then all of a sudden you come home for a week straight and your crib just desolate. Like they're not there. Like it's just you. Like it's a different mindset you gotta deal with. I would say random, but running really. And I'm back to dad bod now. So if anybody sees me in person, just check back on my older posts on the gram. You'll see when I was running and I was doing 5Ks and shit like that. You'll see it. But yeah, running was something that very similar to very similar to LJ. Like I started to join communities and started to. I'll give him a small shout out. This guy named Zach that I found. He started a running group and it was called like running for mental minds or something like that. To where his running group only contributed to people that had like or that believed in like mental health awareness and shit like that. So like my first running event, I did it for migraine awareness. And when you grow up and you think about running, you're like, oh, running is just a track. You know what I'm saying? You run it, but no, like you start learning about, oh, this event, it's not about running, it's about raising money for domestic abuse or drug or alcohol and stuff like that. And you start doing these events, and it's not about the running, it's about the people that you're meeting, it's about what you're raising the money for. So like I said, it sounds crazy, but running and doing all that shit by myself made me grow tremendously.
Love that. Love that.
Excuse me.
Yo, this guy, funny, bro. I would say for me, um, moving to Cali was the most randomest thing that happened to me. Why, Q? Can you tell me why he's smiling?
I,
Why is he
I,
doing this?
all right,
I know why he's smiling too, but like, yo, like,
Bro, I was gonna leave it alone, bro. You don't even have to touch on that.
yo, it's funny because pre-pod, Jay called me. I was like, yo, did he say he moved to Cali at one point?
yeah. So last year, I spent 9 months in Cali. Was living with my ex, her peoples. So I was living there, and I, it wasn't the best experience just living with them, but Cali was like it really helped me grow, bro. Like I really had to tap into myself. That was another part of my identity. Like I really had to tap into myself because I'm out here by myself. I left my family. I left my friends. Like I left basketball. I left everything behind. Like I literally dropped everything and just dipped, bro. And for
Mm.
9 months, I deleted my page. I ain't have no
Wow.
page. People didn't even know that I ain't had no page, bro. I ended up making while I was out there another page for just my family and friends that had like 40 followers on there. And I kept in touch with those like people who like was looking for me because I had a new number and I just like fell off the face of the earth and everybody's wondering where I was at, bro. But I just wanted to be like just tap in with myself and just grow as an individual and as a man. I just wanted to take that leap and just step away and just grow. And so that really got me. I was at the probably the best version of my life in a sense, but the only fact that I was missing was the physical part. I ended up gaining weight because I stopped hooping essentially like as much as I usually do. Um, but just being out there, the scenery was amazing. Just I was tapped in with the Lord like at a high level. I'm talking about like I'm in Bible study like consistently. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm in my word daily. Like I'm in church every Sunday. I'm in multiple Bible studies. I'm locked. I wasn't even really like drinking like that, bro. I was like I was a little bit, but like not as heavy, bro. Like I was cool. I was just chilling in the crib with my shorty, and like I wasn't really doing much, bro. Like I kind of just was just growing, bro. Like was growing, bro. The only thing that had me a little upset out there was that I was living with her peoples, and I don't really. Her peoples was like she's Latina, so her peoples was like it's a little different when you got like a black dude with dreads and tattoos in the crib. It's kind of like a little different. But I was always respectful, bro. Like one thing about me, like as y'all know when y'all first met me, like I've always came off like respectful. Like I've never been like a disrespectful person, bro. Because one, I hate being disrespected. Because
Yeah,
I hate being disrespected because I don't give off disrespect. So why would that come back to me? Like
yeah,
Mm.
that I hate it, bro. And I just feel like, bro,
Test.
I'm a grown man, bro.
Yeah.
But that's another joint though, bro. But that's just going out Cali, like really like, and it motivated me. Like I came back, like everything that I said was going to happen this past year happened. I said I'm going to graduate. I said I'm going to the car that I have. I said I'm going to get it. I said I'm going to get Bank of America. I'm going to get in there. I got declined for the job at first because my man that referred me was wilding. Like he was in there wilding. So I had to get back in there another way, bro. And I knew that that was where I wanted to be, and I manifested it, and it literally happened, bro. I got in there. I said I was going to coach. It happened. I said I was going to get my crib. It happened. Like everything that I said was going to happen in 2025 literally happened, bro. So
Spoke
now
life into yourself.
just trying to build what I got because as fellas know, I'm probably gonna head on back, bro. I'm probably gonna head on back. Got to save up a lot of money. I gotta really like do some digging. I don't have it right now. I'm
You
empty.
probably
I'm hurt.
close. You probably
Huh?
close. You probably close. You probably close.
Let's relax. If I was like had like a band six job, like maybe a higher job in my like position,
All right.
I would probably be closer
But, we can have this conversation off
for
pod.
sure, for sure,
word.
for sure. But yeah, no,
On
no. To
the
answer the
finances
question
and
though,
everything. Yeah.
Cali made me like it really shaped me differently, bro. And it was the most randomest stuff ever. 'Cause I ain't never think I was gonna go there.
No, I mean, hey, like sometimes you find your answers in taking those leaps though. So that's what you did. And even just I love the fact that you spoke life into yourself and
Yeah,
everything you said that you was gonna do, you did it.
yeah,
And even said shoot, same thing with you, Q. Like taking a leap with running. That was I know the whole story. We talked about it
Yeah,
before, and everything. But you discover yourself in those moments. Yeah, man. That's the end of the segment. We are
yes,
coming
sir.
to the end.
and that was right on time, bro.
Yeah, bro. We try to knock it out as the best way that we can. But
The
this one was
structure.
definitely not like beautiful episode. We'll let us say, L, appreciate having you on here. Look forward to maybe in some future episodes having you back on here in person.
Yeah,
As you
yeah,
request.
yeah.
Uh, but even just with that, Q, before we close it out, is there anything else that you want to touch on or anything that you want to bring up?
Nah, great episode. I know we got wrapped up in conversation, but hey, guys, definitely need you to subscribe, like, share.
Sure.
Understand that we just normal men having conversations about our stories and experiences. That's what open the mind is about. So as you also heard me say before, we are doubling down on open the mind. Just because I feel like what we put out for open the mind is just so much more powerful. Um, like today's episode was absolutely amazing. And I feel like every episode, Jay, you can attend to this again better and better, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
right. So I hope you guys are enjoying the book. We will have 2 episodes of Open the Mind, so we're gonna be right back in like another 2 weeks or so, like towards the end of April. We're gonna have another episode, but that episode really won't come out until May. So definitely make sure you remind yourself of that. So this will come out in the next week or so, But when we record again, our next episode won't come out until May because we really won't have an episode for May because we got birthdays and a whole bunch of other stuff, right? So, biggest thing I want to say, appreciate you, LJ. Um, this kind of how it is. I don't want to spend too much more time, but when you have somebody that's willing to come on here and they know the vision, we don't really. What's the word I'm trying to say? Because I'm trying to say it nicely. Because we don't accept just anybody up here, right? So for you to come up here and really understand the vision, to open a mind and be vulnerable, that alone tops it all, bro. So I know we had a previous conversation about some stuff that we shouldn't be talking about that we're not going to touch on, but I still think even without touching on that, you gave an amazing perspective. So I definitely want to appreciate you for that, bro.
Nah,
Absolutely.
And
I appreciate y'all, man.
like Jay said, you sat on here once. If you hit us, like yo, y'all got an episode, I gotta get some stuff off my chest. Just hit us, bro.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, man. With the, like, we're not looking for guests. We're not looking for having anybody on here per se, but we're not going to turn anybody down either. Anybody that understands the purpose and understands what we have going on,
Exactly.
hey, the floor is going to be yours. And like I
Exactly.
told you, L, like it is what you make it, and you made it a great one, bro. So definitely appreciate having you on here. I know you say you wanted me to close out with prayer Q.
Little prayer, yes, sir.
Also, too, just if you guys don't have the book, still early in the month,
Oh
go
yeah,
ahead and
yeah.
grab that. Feel the fear and do it anyways by Susan Jeffers. But yeah, we still got a lot of April left, so make sure that y'all go ahead and grab that if you
Small
haven't.
read, small read.
And if you did, shoot, tap in with us. Let us know what what you're feeling about the book so far. Even though we're not doing no book reviews, maybe later in the month, who knows? But we'll get into that. But yeah, no, I'll go ahead and say a quick prayer real quick.
Yes, sir.
Um, Father God, I just want to say thank you for tonight, for togetherness, fellowship, and brotherhood. Um, thank you for allowing us to connect with each other tonight and have beautiful conversation under your grace and under your glory. Just want to continue to ask for your blessing over us and over our lives as we continue to live here as individuals, but also align greater in just with our purposes in our life. We know that we walk by faith and not by sight. So whatever you have next on our roadmaps or whatever you have next in store for us in our lives, allow it to align with the person that we see ourselves to be or the person that you see that you want us to be. We know that it's already written. We pray that you protect our families, protect our loved ones from any evil or harmful spirits. And even for the ones that's watching, I pray that they resonate with something tonight, and I hope that it saves a few. But just with anything else, just want to thank you. We love you. We honor you and appreciate you. In Jesus' name, I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Your prayer, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's
Yeah, bro.
Pastor J. You know what I'm saying? That's
Pastor Jay.
Um, yeah, I'll go ahead and close this out. LJ, again, we appreciate it, bro. Looks like you might be getting a call or something, but that's
No,
cool.
my fault.
We gonna end it. We gonna end it anyway.
No, you cool. You cool.
Yeah, you cool. You cool. Again, guys, make sure you guys tap in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Continue to stick with us on the gram. Again, the gram is going crazy right now.
No,
You guys
facts.
always
Appreciate the
share it.
love.
Yeah, like this, John. Y'all keep us at even without us posting crazy, y'all still keep us at like a consistent like 7K views a month, right? So that's tough, right? So that's not even with us going crazy, and that's thanks for the God's glory. So I'm not gonna hold you guys up any longer. We appreciate you for listening to this episode. It's hour 30. If you made it this far, we appreciate you so much. And remember, open a mind, keep your mind open, and be willing to share your story because you never know who might align with you. So until next time, we'll see y'all. Peace.
So